Islam. I pray that Allah will bless us today to get what it is that we came for. Because I think you should ask yourself a question. Why am I here? I think you should ask yourself the question, why was I born? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Why was I born? There's lots of people on this planet very busy, very pointed, very motivated. Why? Because they have a sense of purpose.
Come on.
They know why they were put on this planet. And they spend the majority of their life accomplishing what it is that they were placed here to do. You'd be surprised how many of us haven't got a clue. And we spend lots of time flicking television channels because we're looking for something to entertain us, something to fill our time, something to pass time. In the Holy Quran it says, had we wished to take a pastime. You know, time is so precious, beloved family, that I pray that we will, as I speak to you today, I hope you will ask those questions of yourself. Because to be completely honest with you, I don't want to waste my time. And I really don't want to waste your time. I think your time is very precious. I think it's very valuable. And we should spend each moment of our lives doing something that is of benefit to ourselves. Master Farad Muhammad, when he came, he told the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that if he could encapsulate the message that he came to give us, he could encapsulate the message in 6 words. And those 6 words are, accept your own and be yourself. Now that's really important. Accept your own and be yourself. You can imagine a statement where in the statement there's 2 references to yourself. I mean, in fact 3. Accept your one, own, and be yourself. It's all about self. And once we take our focus off of the self and our focus becomes exclusively someone else, we're not necessarily on the correct path or the right journey. We have deviated into what I heard Brother Rasul Muhammad is one of the sons of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I heard Brother Rasul the other day talking about idolatry, idol worship. You know, we live in a world of idolatry. Do you realize that the footballers are idols?
That's right.
There's television programs now, music shows where I think it's American Idol. And these are not, you know, you got to understand that words are powerful.
Very, very.
When you have American Idol, and you know, we have all of these idols that we look up to. So you got to be careful who you look up to, what you look up to. Because when you start looking up to others and looking down on yourself, you have departed from the pathway that God desires for you to be on. Can I say something to you?
Sure.
Can I say to you that God is so powerful, so infinitely wise and selfless that he could never become jealous of you? All right. One of the reasons why those of us who claim to be getting in touch with God and we're following Minister Louis Farrakhan, one of the reasons why we can make a statement like that, I will speak for myself, I can't speak for you, is because the minister, his motives are so pure His motives are so pure when he stands in front of the people that God comes right through him. So the message that you get from Minister Louis Farrakhan, it's not really anything to do with the minister. He literally stands up and allows himself to be used as a mouthpiece for God. And God speaks directly through him. So that's why when you listen to him, you get touched in your very core, because your very core is God. Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. That's why that man is so valuable. But if we're not careful, we'll start thinking he's valuable because of the way he dresses. We start thinking he's valuable because of his ability to be able to put words together, the way he speaks, the way he phrases things, or the complexion of his skin. And lots of us in the nation are like that. I'm sorry to tell you that, but that's real. You'd be surprised how many of us are going to find ourselves in real trouble if the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan departs.
Come on.
You're going to see people destroyed. But
Come on.
you're not supposed to be destroyed because the minister leaves. You are not supposed to be. Can I really get into you, and because what it is as well, and I've been guilty of this myself in the past. I've been guilty. David pulled me up on it one time. Actually, you actually pulled me up on it one time. David said to me one time, he said, "Brother Leo, why are you holding back?" He says, "Brother, stop holding back." I don't know if he really knew what he was talking into. But I do hold back, and I have been holding back for a long time, in truth. Because what it is, we live in a world where people can't take difference. They can't handle somebody who is gifted. They can't handle somebody who is confident, not afraid. I've been in many situations where I see people panicking. I don't panic. I'm not a panicker. I'm not going to panic. You're not going to make me afraid.
Go ahead.
But sometimes, when you're in a world like this where everybody panics and everybody expects everybody else to panic, sometimes you end up pretending to panic to please other people. You get ideas in your head about things that you see, or things that you would like to see, or things that you would like to do. But then you become afraid to say those things because you are already clear that people won't be able to either see what you can see, or they're going to doubt you, or they're going to become afraid, or they're going to become nervous because why would you say something like that? Or how can you see something like that? So you hold yourself down. This is really sad. It's very sad. And as I said, I've been guilty of it myself before. Now, please don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying to you that I'm some fearless character, because I'm certainly not that either. I'll give you an example of that. Fear, which still resides within me, because we have to balance things and then tell lies to the people. Every time when I'm coming here, there's a little road that I cut through from the road that goes down that way to come through here to come up this way, because it's one way. And every time I come through this little cut through road, quite often I see a group of little black children, black boys and girls in a vicinity, and I think to myself, wow, what are these black children doing in the West End of London, like just hanging out kind of thing. And I think, you know what, I should stop and tell them to come down to 68 Tottenham Court Road, you know, to check out the meeting sometime. And it was raining today when I was coming, but there was a group of black children there that had umbrellas and everything, and they were all, I'm thinking, And my mind said, that powerful side of me said, stop and tell them to come, or talk to them at least, find out what they do there, whatever. But then the other side kicked in and said, oh, but it's a double yellow line. Understand?
Yes, sir, that's right.
Understand? I didn't stop. But I wasn't fooling myself when I left there to realize, you know what? That was such a good excuse about the double yellow line and the fact that it was raining. And when it rains, I will, when I'm getting in the car, for instance, I take my glasses off, put them in the pocket, because I don't want water dropping on my glasses. Then I've got to waste time polishing it all up again, whatever. So all of these excuses, raining, I don't want my glasses to get wet, it's a double yellow line, whatever. But what's important, beloved family, is it your glasses getting wet, or the potential that, I don't know, because I am tired, to be honest with you, of getting parking fines and things through the post saying you stopped where you're not supposed to stop, or you did a U-turn where because they find every excuse today to draw money out of your pocket, to keep you in poverty, chasing after a pound note or a pound coin, in order for you not to really ever be able to focus on what you should focus on.